Hey guys, as we have seen some basic networking topics in my channel. So I have started a channel on network, cloud and security. So we have seen some basic network topics, started with OSI model. We see why we use IP addresses. So we have seen a lot of basic concepts. Today we are going to see what are port numbers, why we need port numbers. So what are some of the port numbers which you need to remember whether you write any exam or you try to work as an ethical hacker, when you try to find what are the services running under some ports using Nmap. So you need to remember these services. So these are well-known port numbers. So let me share my screen where we will discuss on important port numbers today. One of the basic networking topics which we have, important port numbers. So if you remember my discussion on OSI model, we have already seen where we use these ports. We use them at the transport layer. So where we have a segment, that segment has the port information, source port and destination port. So I'm coming from this port, I want to go to this port. So destination post, mostly we have some well-known ports. So 0 till 1023, these are known as well-known ports. They're already being given to some well-known applications. So we're going to understand, or we're going to remember, we need to remember some of these well-known ports. Then 1024 till 49151, these are registered ports. You might have already seen for RDP, right? 3389, which is an example here. So which we use for RDP. So Microsoft has already registered that port for RDP, right? So these are the dynamic ports which is created by my system in this range. So when a reply comes back, it comes to the right computer, to the right port, which is very important. So we have already seen that for you to send this information to the right computer with the help of IP address and to the right process with the help of port number is your socket. So you need to send this information to the right computer. On the right computer, it should go to the right process, not to some other process. That is where we make use of these ports. So these are some important ports, which I would say you have to remember them. So 20 port is for file transfer protocol, but it uses two ports. One is for data and one is for control. So it sends information data through 20 port and the control information through 21. 22 is for secure shell, which is secure than FTP, because if you set up an FTP connection, this is where all the data will get unencrypted in a plain text, but SSH is going to send all the data encrypted. It's very secure. Or you use Telnet port 23 when you need to set up a Telnet connection with your router sitting on your computer. You need to connect to your router. This uses port 23. Or port 25, SMTP is for simple mail transfer protocol. When you send a mail to someone, you use SMTP protocol, 25 port number. DNS is for domain name system, domain name server or domain name service, which I've already covered in detail in one of my previous topics. So this is where you can use port 53 for DNS. It uses both UDP and TCP. DHCP is dynamic host configuration protocol. I've already discussed DORA process. This is a server which gives IP address automatically to your PC. It uses port 67 and 68 for client and server. 69 is for trivial file transfer protocol. This is mostly where you keep the backup of your router iOS. For that purpose, it is simpler than FTP. Or HTTP port 80, which where you can try to get some HTTP document, HTML document from the server. Or POP3, this is for incoming mail server. So if you see SMTP use port 25 for sending mail, for receiving mail, you're going to use POP, post office protocol. So there's a secure version also, 445, or you have 465 or 995. Yeah, 465 995. Yeah, SNMP is for simple network management protocol. If you want to manage those devices in a network, it uses port 161. And for SSL, which is secure shell, which is HTTPS, it uses port 443. And these are RTP based voice and video communication. So these are very important ports. And then you have 123 is for your network time protocol. So these are very important ports. Otherwise, you have a long list here. You have a huge list, but I would say at least it will be easy if you remember these port numbers and what is the service running behind these port numbers. But if an attacker is doing port spoofing, he's trying to, it is not always that you have these services running. Sometimes there could be an attack. So that's where you need to investigate. But at least these are the services which are supposed to run at these ports. But sometimes there could be a port spoofing that will only understand once we know what are these basic ports, what are these well-known ports, and what is the service running behind these ports. So this is one of the basic networking concepts which we have. Please do like, subscribe, and share, comment on my channel. And thanks for your previous comments. So if you want me to make a video on any of the topics, please do let me know on network security and cloud. I'll surely do that for you. So I'll come up with some other interesting videos. Please stay tuned to my channel. Thank you.